Welcome to Nasdaq Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq. Joining us for this segment, we have Gregg, Senior Partner with McKinsey and Company. We're going to further the continuation of personalization. Brian, it's great to see you again. Welcome back to Trade Talks.
Great to be back, Jill.
Yeah, it seems like personalization really is a key concept for companies, not just marketers, but for every vertical. Tell us about the Next in Personalization 2021 report, and what do you mean by personalization?
Yeah, well, maybe we start with your second question about what do we mean. Personalization, as you said, is quite the buzzword, and it can mean a lot of things. I always say, simply put, it's what companies do to make a consumer feel like they know them and make them feel special. And in our recent report, Next in Personalization, which we just published, that is truly comes out in every way we ask the question. Consumers want to feel like you know them. They want to feel like they can be special, and that ultimately you can predict their needs ahead of them.
Does personalization matter more than ever, and why do you think that is?
Well, this is the single biggest crowning finding of the report is that 70% of consumers are saying that they not only is it important, they expect personalization from all companies. And as you said, it's not just retail, it's not just CPG. This is across walks of life. They expect the brands and companies they work with to personalize interactions. What's interesting also is we're finding that it's not only very important, but it also is driving decisions. So this has only been accelerated through COVID. But what we find is repurchase in particular. 85% of consumers are saying they make decisions on where to repurchase something if something has been personalized to them. So this has become a very powerful lever for companies. And even in the last 18 months, we're finding companies drive as much as 20 to 25% growth if they're able and through personalized actions. It's a big deal.
Yeah, it is a big deal. And that was actually my next question. Is this helping the bottom line? And clearly it's accelerating growth faster if personalization is a bigger part of the strategy, it sounds like.
So true. And you were talking about this last Friday during Black Friday, how your inbox was blowing up. Well, the marketplace is only becoming more noisy. The explosion of touch points, right? Digital and physical alike. And so this is one of the best ways companies can break through the noise and actually through personalization have signals that consumers will respond to and build trust with consumers. It's harder than ever.
Yeah, it really is interesting, Brian, and a little bit off topic here. I know we're talking about consumer, but I had a guest on this week talking about how asset managers are looking to allocate resources for 2022. And one of the things that they were looking for was more of a digital experience and for the sell side to personalize their what they're looking for more so than they ever had before. So it's not even just the consumer. I mean, asset managers who manage our money are looking for this as well. But back to the consumer, how are their attitudes shifting around personalization?
Well, in addition to having expectations going only in the one direction, which is increased importance of it for their decisions, consumers are also wanting to feel like they're getting something special, that they're getting something others aren't getting, that you're predicting their needs. And of course, we all know this is now 10 years old, of people like you also buy this. Right? That doesn't cut it anymore. I want you to know me as an individual so that you can serve me. Right? It's almost as simple as if I walk into a restaurant, whether I'm in the small town in Ohio where I grew up or here in San Francisco, and the chef raises his head and says, "Hello, Brian, welcome back. Would you like the regular?" That makes me feel special. I feel known. And every touch point, consumers are expecting that. And they're truly making decisions based on how well brands can do this.
Right. And to expand on that, is this applicable only for digital native brands, or can brick and mortar leverage this as well?
Well, that's what we're also seeing in the research is the expectation is far broader than just digital. And in fact, whether you're talking to a human being in a call center, in a store, making an appointment, the expectation across all those touch points is equally high for consumers. So consumers don't distinguish whether, it's digital, I'll expect a better experience now, or I'm in a physical, so it doesn't have to be as good. That is not the case. The expectations are high across the board. And so companies that are able to stitch the experience throughout, physical and digital, will end up winning this game.
All right, Brian, we appreciate the insight as always. Thanks for joining us on Trade Talks. I'm Jill Malandrino, Global Markets Reporter at Nasdaq.
Great to see you again, Jill.